Welcome to Reel45 with Stefan and Greg Hancock. We vibe out and have real talk, so tune in and check this out. Yeah,
are you
today
recording?
is a new day.
Are you recording? It's more like it.
Yeah, I think so.
I think I am too. Hang on.
Oh, shit!
That's close. Let's try that again.
Oh.
Damn, that was good. gotta love a Luca.
You always have to party when you're recording.
That's right. And boy, do we record.
Oh, yes. We've been recording for the last hour.
Didn't even know it.
No.
So, welcome.
Thank you.
Episode 53.
Yeah.
Dude, it's been a long time.
Every week. Not me, but you have been there every week.
Yeah, you've been there too, but
More or less.
yeah, we've both been there. We're kind of been around, but who would have thought, right? Okay, here we are, a year into it, not missing a week at all. And I remember like thinking sometimes like, hey, we might just have to give this week a miss. There's so much going on, and no big deal. It won't be a biggie, but it's kind of fun when you get people sending you messages too and saying they can't wait for the next one and keep it going, and
Yeah.
it's kind of motivating. And then you're realizing like, man, we got to get some content. We got to get going. There's plenty of content.
Yeah.
We just got to get it.
Exactly.
So it feels pretty good though. One whole year.
Yeah. Almost on the same date. It's like, I think it's some days just before.
Yeah, and I remember that too because you were funny because you just asked me a second ago, do you remember your first time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And maybe. Whoa!
Wow.
What was that?
I was just trying to see if I can see the date that we did the first episode. The first time.
Well, if we've got our calculations right, then it should have been about a year ago.
It was the 20th of October.
20th of October, so
Yeah.
we're close.
Yeah, 4 days.
Dang. Our calculations are right.
Yeah.
And I remember because I was not long after my operation on my shoulder either then too, so I was still in recovery mode. So it was a lot. I had a lot of time to sit and talk.
Yeah.
at that point last year. So, but yeah, I mean,
The first episode was more like, should we just try? How hard can it be?
and pretty much
Yeah.
exactly as you said it. And it flowed on from there, right?
Yeah.
Man, and but it's been fun, and I think we really haven't even scratched the surface of our capabilities of reaching out, and it always comes down to time, but
Yeah. But then again, I mean, it's still fun. So you find time or you find a way to do it.
yeah. Oh, I always get a kick out of it, no matter how difficult it is to find the time. Every time we sit down and do it, and then we end up, we're just going to do a podcast. So it'll just be, we'll be here for an hour and a half, and it always ends up being a couple of hours because we end up rapping about something, and we end up looking at gadgets or doing some crazy thing, and suddenly it's like your lunch break or your evening thing suddenly it's completely finished, and guys are knocking on the door, and so it's kind of cool when I walk into West Art too, and the guys that work here with you, they walk out like, doing a podcast. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just be away for like 45 minutes.
Already? Haven't even started?
No.
So, but it's good. I love it because people are asking the question now, and I've been away over the weekend and racing. Was talking with Oliver Berntsson, the young Swedish rider, and that I ride with in Dakarna, and he listens to a lot of the podcasts, which I'm really stoked because he makes comments to me, and he just told me too that his dad was a big fan of Bruce Penhall.
Oh.
Growing up when his racing, and he kind of had this influence, and and a few other reasons why he's an American fan, you know. So it was kind of cool that hearing Oliver talking about it, and you know what he likes to hear in the podcast. And yeah, people, when they respond like that, you get like, oh, right on, cool, people listen, and they actually give a damn what you say.
Exactly.
Or maybe they don't, they just make you feel good. That's cool. Thanks, Oliver.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, guys like Hans Andersen too, he's always been good. And this Jurica Pavlic, as we talked about last week, from Croatia, he's really, really interested in joining us, and always has some ideas of things that he thinks we should do. And one thing he's corrected us on, we found out now that we've been having issues with the volume.
Yeah.
And we haven't figured out why yet. So we're doing a test today.
Yeah.
Right? We're double mic'd.
2 different devices.
2 different devices. So we're going to do a test. We're going to find out why.
Yeah.
We probably won't find out why, but we're going to find out which one is better.
Probably. Yeah. And then we haven't just... We've been testing a lot. We bought microphones. We bought this Zoom thing that should be like the best of the best.
The Idiot's Guide.
Yeah.
To podcasting.
Something like that. But it's always something that is hard to figure out. I mean, the microphones we bought, they just sound crappy. And we're back to the big ass mic.
Big ass mic, blue. The blue microphone.
Yeah.
And we could actually consult some professionals for this, but why?
It's fun to do it yourself.
Yeah. Then we can say we figured it out.
Yeah.
Right? So,
but I think that the Zoom thing is really good when you actually find the microphones you want to use.
Absolutely. And
really handy and easy to use.
Yeah, we're thankful the guys from Sound and Vision, they're here in North Carolina. They gave us the tip for that, and they have offered us a lot of help. So they're just, the door's open. It's just a matter for us to go down there and open it.
Yeah, it's really easy.
But I've been listening to so many different podcasts now. It seems like I've found this new love for podcasts and podcasting and all that kind of stuff. So it's really fun to listen to how people, what they have to talk about, and I'm super hooked on Joe Rogan now. He's like the bomb, man. And I keep talking about him, but I just listened to one with Roseanne Barr too. That he
Roseanne
did.
Barr.
Roseanne Barr. Remember Roseanne, the TV show? Roseanne?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's her.
That's her.
Oh.
And they were about to start a new season, and she made a Twitter quote right around the time they were getting ready to kick off this new season and this new thing coming, everybody coming back together, and she under having a good time and made a Twitter quote that was supposed to be a political quote, I think, but it came out that somebody took it wrong. I haven't heard the whole thing, so it was neat because Joe Rogan actually goes in and asks her all about it, and she explains her reasons behind it, and you kind of feel for her in the end. But then again, you know, it's life today. You can Twitter can get anybody in trouble. You always got to have the filter, right?
Yeah. The filter is hard.
It's really hard.
What is that?
But here we are. We are podcasters, professional podcasters, I will add.
After 1 year, you should be a professional.
I think we were after the first week.
Oh, true. Skål.
Skål. I don't know if that means with our tech sided. But
no, but we had a lot of gears. We just need to figure out how to put them together.
And we are.
Yeah.
I love this too. And when we're playing and we're like,
yeah, that sounds really good.
That was great. Yeah. Let me take it off. Just took the top off, and I'm going to put it back on now. Ready? Cross-threaded. And I'm going to put it on the table now. So this is where our podcast is. We have no more content, so we're talking about microphones and how to put these on. And off. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for listening, everybody. We'll catch you next week.
No, but you've been away for a week. We need to talk about that.
Yes.
The Diamond Cup.
The Diamond Cup. And the most rad thing was right before the Diamond Cup final was about to kick off, they start playing the James Bond theme
Oh.
Diamonds are forever. And I looked at Raph, and we both just died laughing. It was so hilarious, the way this all played out. The full James Bond theme. We're getting ready to get on the bikes and go racing, you know. But yeah, the Diamond Cup. There's been a lot of talk about this,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually a lot of talk about it, but it went very quiet and very silent.
I actually Googled it to find out something more about it,
Mm-hmm.
but there were no site in English that I can find. It was just in Polish.
Probably these are some. That's interesting you say that, and that's first you have said that. But even so, myself have also looked and looked for information, and here's my theory.
Mm-hmm.
He had the first round went quite well down in France. A lot of people were there, and you know it was the first round, and everything looked great. So this promotion, they also. It's all about, it was supposed to be a 5-round series in the beginning. It got shortened down to 4 rounds. It ended up only being 3 rounds because trying to get everything together, it probably went too fast.
All right.
But the concept and the idea behind it is awesome. Super, super cool. And I fully support this guy, Nawrocki, who's putting it on. But he gave away a free car. He made a deal with Toyota Poland, I think. And they had an agreement throughout Europe. Wherever they had the rounds, a Diamond Cup round, they did a drawing to win a car for the fans.
Oh.
So if you bought a ticket and you bought a program, in the program there was a voucher in there, and you had to cut the voucher out or tear it out, and then you had to go and put it into they had a place where you could put it like a bucket, and at the end of the night they mixed it all up and pulled out a winner. So there was a winner of a brand new car at every event.
Wow.
Super rad.
Mm-hmm.
And then the final round, they had a drawing for 2 cars. 1 car for the fans and 1 car for the riders. So you had to participate in all 3 rounds, they said. Mm-hmm. But the way it worked out, and some guys, because of demands from Polish League or wherever, you know, this political stuff that gets involved, they couldn't ride all rounds because clubs threatened them if they rode there and didn't come practice for whatever races. And then, you know, there would be complications or penalties and stuff. So guys actually had to pull out of rounds because now they were forced to.
Oh.
So it was kind of hard to do the drawing without all the riders. You know, I think most of the guys kind of committed and said, just put everybody's rider's name in the hat and draw it out, and the winner gets the car.
Yeah.
So they did all that. We don't know who the winner is yet, so we're still waiting.
You don't know?
Still don't know. Not for the riders anyway. And fans, we don't know anyway because that's bigger. But we should find out hopefully today. So
nice.
Kind of curious. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, might even be a car on there. But
That's rad.
it's kind of cool. But anyway, my theory behind it, the first round was in France, down in south of France. Beautiful place, rad, killer crowd. They were nuts. They had a great night. Round 2 was in Sweden, in Motala. Mm-hmm. And you know, this quite late in the year here, and that round was tough. It was a cold night. It was like 0 degrees, light rain, and a very, very poor crowd. Oh. And I think it basically comes down to marketing. And this guy Nawrocki, who put it on, you know, it's probably his first time doing anything of putting on a show like this and marketing, and he hired people in, you know, a lot of people that jumped in and wanted to be a part of it, said they can do what they can, made a lot of promises they couldn't commit to, and it didn't work out. So, you know, without pointing fingers or whatever, basically it comes down to promotion, marketing and promotion. They just didn't have the right people doing the right jobs. And you know, they made good deals with Motal. They made a deal with Kerskro in Slovenia. They made a deal in Rzeszów too, and the one in France. So everything worked good. You know, from the track side or the promoter side, they did good. But this was up to the actual Diamond Cup people to market it and promote it themselves. And I think that they might have missed one or 2 people in there that didn't quite commit to doing what they were supposed to do, and it didn't get the best crowds the last 2 rounds. It's really sad, really sad. But this final round in Rzeszów was intense because there was so much riding on it, and you had one rider, Grzegorz Zengoda, who won the first round, had to miss the second round because of being called by his Polish club, and had to miss it, came in and won the third round. He beat me in the final.
He did.
and then he ends up in a runoff with Niels Christian Iversen, who did all 3 rounds. Still ends up in a runoff and beats Iversen in a runoff to get second place.
Wow.
So the way the points works in this thing, you can miss a round and still have a shot at the title.
That should be you need to have it like that. If they are committed to other clubs or...
For sure.
Yeah.
Anything, or an injury, or...
True.
Doesn't matter. The guy killed it. It was amazing to watch. I mean, some of the best racing literally that I've seen all year. Wow. Anywhere that we've been. The track was perfect. The race lines were, it was like riding in touring for a Grand Prix. There was so many racing lines, and guys were everywhere, and there was passing, probably 4 or 5 times in a heat, the lead could change. Wow. And, the runoff there for the second place with Iversen and Zengota, those 2 guys passed each other 6 times.
Wow.
In 4 laps. It was unreal. So cool. And Zengota's mechanic was super funny because afterwards he just said, I think that the club should start offering Zengi diamonds instead of money for payment, because look what he did for a diamond. Super funny. So it was spectacular. The event was awesome. The crowd was still not that great in Rzeszów, and again, it comes down to promotion, I think. But hopefully they don't give up on this, and it will go again next year, because more riders are asking about it, want to get involved, and it would be really, really cool to see this thing grow, and I believe it will.
Cool. That's what I was hoping for. I mean, it's a cool idea, and it's in the end of the season, and you still want to see more.
For sure. Promotion-wise, it might be better to have it more throughout the season rather than at the end of the season. Because it gets too cold this time of year, and people are kind of, the Grand Prix is over, and the Diamond Cup hasn't built enough momentum for people to understand it. No. But when you can Google it, and you can find the website in English too, you might be a little bit more interested.
Yeah.
Even one of the local guys here in the press here in Norrtälje just told me this morning that he didn't even know anything about the Diamond Cup until what was it, the finals in Sweden 2 weeks ago. So, and he's a guy who pays attention to the media. So somebody's not doing enough to push this, and
that's a learning for next year.
For sure.
Yeah.
But the boss is still happy and smiling, and he probably lost his butt, on financially on this whole thing.
Yeah.
But he was prepared for that, and he hasn't given up hope. So let's hope that this is going to turn around, because I really want to see him be successful out of this.
Yeah. Cool. Who won?
Diamonds are forever. I ended up winning it. I was unbeaten on the night in the heats, and then the main event, Zengota beat me in the main event. But I won overall. So that diamond came, and this was all the speculation going around, the negative media, I think a lot of the clubs and the Polish and other leagues probably are a little bit envious of this guy, what he's doing, and also probably a little bit bummed that they're not involved or demanded to be involved somehow, and he wanted to do it on his own. And if you don't want to do it like this, then that's it. So a lot of people really, really tried hard to put stop signs in front of him, and roadblocks and speed bumps and red tape, and he didn't he couldn't have all the riders that he wanted, because there was threats made by specific federations saying that if those guys rode that, then they would be banned or penalized for riding here or riding there. So it's really weird.
Yeah, the
sport's too small for that. So anyway, the concept was cool, and these guys were he did it. He committed, and everybody there was so much talk that this isn't going to be for real. Are the diamonds going to be for real? Are they going to? Is this just going to be a scam? So much going around it. So it created a lot of controversy, and it created a lot of negative press for the whole Diamond Cup, Speedway Diamond Cup overall. But in the end, he showed up at the event with the diamonds and everything, and then suddenly you're like, they're showing you the diamonds right there, and you're like, whoa, this is real. I've never seen anything like this. You might buy a ring or a diamond necklace, or diamond earrings or diamond ring, or a rad gold necklace for your wife, and you think that's enough to spend some dollars on that, and suddenly they come up with a you know a fairly decent sized diamond, and you're like, what do I do with that?
Exactly. How do you do with it? I mean,
I didn't even want to touch it, you know. I'm just looking at it, just like mesmerized, going, wow, that thing's serious, you know. And then you start thinking about like a Beckham's wife or something that walks around with a nugget on her finger, you know, and you're going like, no, that ain't us.
how big is it? Can you have it on the ring, on a finger?
It would. Oh, yeah, you could. Yeah.
Okay.
It's, you know, the value of it was relatively high, you know, for the standard and the carats of it. You know, it's a big diamond compared to what you would see in a small ring or some earrings or something. But I don't know. I for me, I was like, I don't know what I would do with a diamond. Oh. So I'm like, no, let's just leave that one in the bank and let decide what we can do on the value of it, and you know,
it's safe.
It's safe, yeah, yeah. It's better to be there than anywhere else, you know, and then put it away for the kids' retirement or something. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, the whole thing behind it. I mean, all the guys were talking about it, and Iverson and Zengoda and Lena Sundstrom. He got 4th place. There was a diamond for 4th place too. Oh. And everybody's like, "Wow, look at these things! Well, what are we gonna do with them? What are you gonna do with them?" I don't know, man. Yeah.
It's something you always wanted to buy or have when you were, at least me as a kid. You wanted a diamond.
Yeah.
But then again, it's as you say, what do you do with it? I mean.
Yeah, what do you do with a diamond?
Yeah.
So we Google it, you ask all your friends, and what do you do with a diamond? Of course you could make it cool. And probably people are laughing, going like, dude, give me the diamond.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know what I'd do with it.
I sell it.
Yeah, I might put it like on a little emblem on the front of the car or something. Oh. That'd be cool, huh?
That would be really cool.
Give me my diamond rag.
Park it in the alley.
Yeah, got myself a little bling bling on my car today. No, so it was awesome. I mean, I still think about it, and even my wife said to me, she's like, how was it? What did it look like? It was nice. It was really nice. But again, you know, I'm not a
Did you touch it?
Yeah, but it's all wrapped up and packaged in whatever. So I didn't touch. I touched the packaging.
Oh, you don't want to leave the marks on it.
No, yeah, I didn't want to. No, you suddenly feel like, gangster, you know. Yeah. So I'm like, no, man, let's put that thing back in the bank. I don't need to have that in my. No, that's not my thing.
No.
So I'm gonna go back into another speedway race tomorrow and play in the dirt. So yeah.
Get one new next year.
Yeah. Hopefully
another one.
Yeah. Maybe I'll know. Maybe I'll know a little bit more about.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Maybe I'll know more about diamonds by that point too.
Oh yeah.
What you can do with them. Yeah.
You have a year to Google
to figure it out. So again, I hope that Irek Nawrocki doesn't give up on this, and that it'll be even bigger and better next year, and that you know, all the political stuff can be ironed out and everybody can move on and accept it's a really cool, badass new venture, and Diamondcup forever. Diamond Cups forever.
Oh.
Yeah, it'd be so rad. So rad.
And some new Toyotas.
Yeah, some new Toyotas too.
That is awesome. I mean, for the crowd too. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can win a car.
Again, and the racing, I talked about the racing. You should have seen what people were doing for, you know, that was the prize money, was diamonds that have a value, you know.
Yeah.
And the guys were, the track was sick, so good. Probably one of the best tracks we've had all year in Rzeszów.
Wow.
A little bit slick, but the racing line too was, if you missed the start, you were not at a disadvantage. If you were on your game and willing to push it to the limit, there was just overtaking line after line. So it was fabulous.
Cool.
So yeah, this was good. And
was it because they had time to prepare it, or was it just the conditions, or
I don't know.
It was just good.
The cool thing is this time of year, like now it's a little bit cooler too. The water stays in the tracks better. The moisture stays in them, so they don't get as dried out and break up, or they don't have to flood them as much. So maybe it makes it a little easier, or I don't know. Leave that to our track guy's pretty good. Mm-hmm. And Stahira is the guy, and track is so smooth. It's like a billiard table, and everybody that was there was like, man, no wonder you want to ride here. So it's my home track.
Yeah.
So it's great, and
Do you
Yeah.
think it's good to have it on different countries like that? And Sweden could be one of them because it's a lot colder now.
Sweden is, it's definitely, it's good to have it in different countries for sure, and I think they want to expand that without a doubt. Sweden, I think you have to be careful, and the Swedish people they're into sports, they're into motorsports, but this time of year it feels like you're getting into the fall, the Hust, and people get into Hust mode, fall mode, and it feels like some of the motorsports tend to fade out unless it's rally, and football is another thing and stuff like that. But motorsports in general, I think you got to finish those in the end of the summer. And
So the first race should be in Sweden then.
probably the first, depending on how he wants to have it. Maybe he wants to run it, in the spring and the summer and the fall.
Oh yeah, like that.
Summer would be great because but you never know what a Swedish summer is going to be. But the people will still come if it's not too cold outside.
Yeah.
But this particular night was freezing in Motala.
Oh.
Couldn't have been worse, probably, But at least it wasn't too wet.
No.
And they managed to get it on, so it's good.
That was good. Right.
It's good though. But this, I just like it. When you ever say diamonds and people go like, right on, Speedway and diamonds. What a combo! Dirt and diamonds.
Maybe you should have it like a gala night, so people actually dress up and comes in and have the champagne ready, and it's like a Diamond Cup.
Yeah, they probably will.
Yeah, and have the nice dinners to it, and
they probably will do that in the future. They should. Yeah, that's a good idea. I have to propose this.
yeah. And then
like
a big party afterwards, and then you can go to France to the next one. And
Yeah. And suddenly, like, you just give up all your leagues and all your world championships because you're just you're in it for the diamonds.
yeah.
Just, I'm the diamond guy.
And you can buy diamonds for your wife too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
On the track.
Mm-hmm. I'll be like a diamond pimp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom. What you need? I got them all. Open up my coat.
Hancock Diamonds.
Yeah.
Ink.
Oh my God. That's good. Yeah, you can see me. It's all me, man.
You can sign up on the webpage.
Uh-huh.
Might.
You get yourself a login. That'd be pretty funny. Grin to win. Diamonds make me grin. So that was my week. It was cool, and that was my final race of the year.
Oh, it was lost.
That was the last one. So we wrapped it up, and then spent Sunday doing some testing with new engine combinations and some chassis work, and trying to get everything done while I'm still in full race mode, so that when the winter comes, I can kind of fine tune a little bit, maybe work on some other ideas for 2019.
Nice. That's ready now. No, I saw that you signed for Dakar 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We managed to nail that deal down this last week, which was good. I never planned on leaving the club. I kind of put the ball in their court and said, if you want me, I'm here. If you don't want me, let me know, and then I'll pursue other options. Fortunately, the phone was ringing, which was great.
Oh, that's good.
People are still interested in, are you going to stay with Dakar now, or are you going to consider a move? And I said, well, when they make the decision, if they want me, then I'll know. But I have no reason to move. So it's a great club, great management, great team, awesome fans.
Oh.
It had all the ingredients. So for me, it was a win-win.
Cool.
Yeah, I was happy to stay there.
So next year it's a win.
We got to try. I think we talked about it last week, huh?
Yeah.
So we won't go. Let's not go back there.
No.
Let's leave it.
Yeah.
I even had a phone call from Pulvi Persson
Oh, you did?
today, and he said he wanted an interview for some stuff he was doing too, and he had asked me. First question was like, "Have you got over the loss yet?" And
You.
yeah, thanks, Pulvi. I was almost there. No, he's cool. I like Pulvi because he can give you some. He and I have a cool relationship like that too. So you can. He knows how to rattle my cage.
Oh.
In the right manner. I said, we'll take this one over a beer later, Pulvi.
Yeah. Late night.
Yeah, for sure. What did you do over the weekend?
I've been home mostly, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had calm weekend, lunch with friends.
Yeah. Sweet.
That was sweet. And I got the kids.
Yeah.
On the Sunday, so that was good.
Did you do the dinner, this prom thing that you... Was that this week?
It's this week.
That's this week. I got it wrong. Right.
Saturday.
Right. Okay, so then you got this weekend ahead.
It's not like diamonds, but it's good.
Dude, it's all relative.
Yeah.
It's all relative. You get to stand there with the champagne. It's the gala, dude.
Yeah, it's
so
a
you
gala.
stand
Yeah.
there and you dress up. You get a nice glass or 2 or 3, whatever.
Yeah.
And
Smoking.
Yep, smoking. That's a tux for...
Is it?
Yeah, I don't think in
tuxedo,
English,
is it?
Tuxedo, yeah.
Ah.
You guys call it a smoking. I remember when I had to rent my first smoking here in Sweden, and Jenny was like, "Yeah, you need a smoking for that." And I'm like, "Smoking? What?
What's that?
Smoking, baby." So yeah, tuxedo. Swedish, you say smoking. Maybe they say that in other countries too.
What do you call the other one with the like the penguin
Tails.
tails?
Yeah, top hat and tails.
All
Tuxedo
right.
with tails, yeah. Or maybe there's another word for it. I only know it as a tuxedo with tails or a yeah.
Oh, nice dress.
You can see I dress up a lot.
Yeah.
I know all the words.
I bought a smoking and then I'm good. I can have it on everywhere. You know?
Did you buy one?
Yeah.
So you own. So okay, you got one.
It's the second one or third. Yeah.
Oh, you're a smoking dude.
They are. It's a good thing to have because you always know what to have. But then again, you're having champagne or 4, and then you get dirty, you know.
So with a tux, the cool thing with the tux, as I see it too, is that like the style of a tux doesn't change that much.
Now they're
Or smoking.
yeah, it's not. You can buy different styles, but yeah, it's the same thing.
Right. You do a lot more of that stuff than I do, so I'm always looking for people for inspiration, how to, how should I dress for that? So if you buy a tux, smoking, can you buy like numerous different types of shirts for it?
Yes. I mean,
So you can switch
the
it up.
traditional way is like a white shirt with, I don't know what you call it. It's like
Yeah, with some stripes or
yeah,
or,
something.
yeah,
Or,
no,
yeah. But then you have the big stripes, the small stripes, and if you want to go crazy, you can have another, like a yellow shirt, but with the same stripes.
Gotcha.
And then you can have the, I don't know what you call that, jodel.
The
thing
yeah,
you
the
have-
belt, like the belt or the what do you call it?
Yeah. Hide
Okay.
your genitals thing. No, it's not.
But
But
is that what it's for? It's like a shed,
yeah, I don't know.
like a
but
shed.
it's
over-
like a big thing you have there.
a tool shed.
Yeah, tool shed.
My
No, and then you can have the fluga
bow tie.
bow tie. Yeah,
That one I know too.
Yeah.
See, my knowledge of tuxes
Yeah, you
or
can-
smokings is I'm all right.
yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, I know the fluga.
Yeah, it should be black, but then again, you can be crazy again.
See, that's the cool part. Like you can be like everybody else, or you can be the guy who's like, yeah, is that the guy that had the blue
Oh yeah,
bow tie
yeah,
or the blue belt or the
yeah, on the Dumb Dumber, wasn't it?
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Dumb and Dumber.
But if you go to a really strict gala or something, then you should have the black things and the white. Yeah,
Right. Yeah, okay. Then there's always
Yeah.
that aspect too. So you wouldn't. However, you see in some of the like in the movies and stuff too, when they do the Grammys or stuff like that, people do.
crazy things.
It's supposed to be strict, I guess, but they can just show up with what they want.
You always want to be seen.
Yep. Yes, and you will be seen.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Are you wearing a smoking this weekend then?
Yes,
You are. Are you gonna switch it up?
probably not.
No.
Yeah, something.
You should switch it up and be a little bit more like we talked about before, like Stefan.
Oh yeah.
I almost sent you a photo, a clip from the SNL's Instagram the other day because they had a thing with Seth Meyers and Stefan doing a kind of a skit for another show coming up, and it was a cool picture of Stefan there,
Mm-hmm.
and I look at you as Stefan now.
Oh, I think that's a good thing. I think.
It's a really
Yeah.
good thing. I remember when we were in New York and we were checking him out in the NBC store there
Yeah.
too, and I was trying to get you to buy that bright yellow shirt with a picture of Stefan, and you were like, "I'm not sure about this."
I don't know when to use it. You know?
Yeah. Oh, it would. But if you put that thing on,
And the tuxedo.
yeah,
instead of the shirt.
It's like instant chick magnet.
Is it?
Yeah, you'd have chicks falling all over you. You just have to be like brushing them off.
Stefan shirt.
So you wouldn't be Stefan anymore. You'd be Stefan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you.
Just order one.
Stefan. So all of you out there that watch Saturday Night Live, SNL, Stefan. That's actually, when you see that, then you'll know. For a lot of you don't know Stefan here.
No.
And actually, Stefan is just his name on the podcast, but he's actually Stefan.
Yeah. I'm going to change my name now. It's the same spelling, isn't it?
I think he's, does he spell it? Yeah, maybe it was the same spelling, huh?
Or maybe we're one of those.
I thought he put an O, Stefan.
Stefan. Ah.
Instead of Stefon, does he call it? Maybe to make for the English people to understand Stefan instead of Stefan with the A.
Maybe that's a cool thing. With a big O. So it's Stefan.
Right.
I'm on.
You are on.
I'm stiff on.
You are so on. So, Stefan. Steph so on. So, yeah, anyway. We got off the subject there.
Yeah.
But, so, it's 1 year. Diamonds.
New York.
We've
been in.
You were in the States.
Yeah, we're in the States.
So you
2 times.
Yeah. States twice.
Yeah.
And looking back, I was in Rzeszów Airport yesterday before I flew back. And I haven't been in the airport for a while because I've been flying from Krakow quite a bit recently. So when I came into the airport and I suddenly had the flashback when we did the launch for the new flight there with Lot in the airport there. And then I walked through the security and it came right through there and turned immediately to the right. And it was the Baltona
shop.
The shop there. And speaking of, the lady there from Baltona, I just had a message from her. She recently lost her job there.
No.
That's a bummer.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yep, and she was bummed out too. I think things didn't work out, which is... She had a lot of cool ideas. I liked what she was trying to do there when we were there. It was awesome, but she's gone now. Sad. But I'm sure she'll find something else. Anyway, The airport was... I had this deja vu, and I talked to a couple of guys, even at the Diamond Cup. I'm backing up all the time here.
Yeah.
These 2 dudes came, and they were a Polish guy. One was a Polish guy, and one was a American guy. They live in Chicago, and they were doing some of the nonstop flights back and forth from Rzeszów. And they were super excited, and they were talking about, you can fly straight from Rzeszów to the States. I'm like, yeah, buddy. Dude. Of course I know. You know who you're talking to? So that was really fun. And
and those guys from... what was it called? The Harley Davidson guys.
Oh, yeah. Game Over Cycles.
Game Over Cycles.
Yeah. I haven't seen those guys for a while. I had a little bit of contact with them on the phone. And Josh still talks to them. Because Josh and Andy went there and visited the store. Game Over Cycles, Harley Davidson dealer. They are alleged they are the biggest Harley Davidson dealer in Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
I think that's what they said, right?
I think so, yeah.
And the store is unreal. You and I, we couldn't make it because we did the trip to New York, but Josh, our manager Josh, and Andy from Monster, the photographer, they went there and had lunch with them and checked the place out, and we're just overwhelmed. So if you're a Harley fan, if you're in Rzeszów, another reason to go check out this Harley Game Over Cycles in Rzeszów. It's unreal. It's super, super cool. The guys in there are awesome, super friendly, and they do a lot of custom bikes and all sorts of stuff. So they're... It's sweet.
Yeah, they have an Instagram account. I think it's Game Over Cycles or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And
check
them out. A lot of cool things.
For sure. Check them out and like them and follow them.
They're
neat.
It's worth it.
Mention our name and they'll give you a 20% discount on...
Yeah. Try.
Yeah, I just had to throw it out there. Hopefully somebody does. So, yeah, that was good. So we did that, and then we did the... More recently, doing the piece with Visit Roslagen.
Yeah.
And touring all around. It's been a really cool year. You and I have got to do some really fun stuff.
Yeah.
And that whole thing with Visit Roslagen to go around. And it all started to help promote the Speedway Grand Prix in Hallstavik.
But I think that they had it in the commune house. Did you say that?
Yeah.
For months. On a big screen.
Oh, playing the video?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And Then we started to work with this sound and vision studio
Mm-hmm.
because of that. So our networks expands all the time.
Yeah, it's
Been
so-
awesome. I mean, the first year, I wasn't expecting that.
No, we kind of just like winging it, you know, just like throwing things out, and then suddenly something pops up, and it's like, gosh, that would be great for the podcast. And then the same with Visit Roslagen, we turned that into a podcast and a whole great tour events. I shouldn't say we turned it into. Tesson
Yeah.
fixed that up. She brought it on, my neighbor there from Visit Roslagen, and she basically put the idea in our heads and asked for some assistance to help them broadcast the GP and help bring in visitors. But then they created this great thing that we got involved with,
And it was just from the idea, it was like 3 weeks or
yeah, crazy.
yeah, let's do it. And then we out filming,
Yeah.
the editing, and then it was just out.
Yeah, and how fun! The Viking games. The kids still remind me of that constantly, about when you flipped me over. That's all they talk about. They don't talk about anything else. They just talk about when you flipped me over.
That was the first time.
Yeah, first time. Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
So much fun, and I think that we gained a little bit of interest, publicity from it in the area, and it's so fun meeting new people and going into a lot of the places that we visited at Maya and the Cool Safari.
Awesome.
We did the kayaking there in Vedde.
Yeah. Eckerlinje, we were like Titanic.
Yeah,
It wasn't Titanic because they are floating.
very true.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. I mean, otherwise
Yeah.
we're still sitting here talking about it. So you guys should take a trip in Eckerlinje.
Yeah, they are awesome.
Hold on.
Good food.
We grubbed.
Yeah. And in Sweden, it's tax-free if you go there.
Everything?
No, I don't know if everything, but the good stuff.
What is it? Courage in a can?
Something like that.
Or cans of courage, or liquid feel good.
Because it's really expensive in Sweden, and you try to find some places where you can do it.
That's right. Why is it so expensive in Sweden? Not to get off the
Tax.
subject, just tax.
Yeah.
Can't you change that?
I try to.
You're a big guy in Sweden,
Oh yeah.
so you should be able to come on.
It's the same with gas.
Right.
It's like you need to pay taxes because of it's a double taxed thing. So it's twice as high as it should be,
Right.
because you tax on your income that you're paying with, and then they're tax because it's gasoline and it's environment dangers stuff like that.
Right.
And then when you buy it, you pay, we call it moms, it's like VAT, I think. And so you tax your income, you tax the price, and then you're taxed because
It's not good for the environment.
No.
That's a lot of tax.
Yeah.
Do you know what the exact percentage is of total tax on that?
I don't know that actually.
Can that be like 100%?
Probably more.
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't know, I shouldn't say anything, but yeah. I think it's more tax on gas than it is on cigarettes.
Wow.
And
Stop
we're-
gassing.
Yeah. And I mean, Sweden is a big country with long way travels if you go north, and
Yeah, north or south.
Yeah.
But you guys are also crazy, what do you say, successful with environment and thinking ahead, and these alternative gases, and now electric buses,
yeah, buses, trucks.
trucks. Exactly.
Yeah.
Seem to be the leaders in this. It feels
We
like.
should be with all these taxes. I mean, we should be best in the world, but I don't think that we are.
Yeah. Still, yeah.
But we've come a long way.
Yeah, you have. So your tax dollars are doing something.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, tax is not bad.
Yeah.
You just need to
It's just
figure
too
out
much.
that it actually goes to the right things, and that you doesn't pay tax just to pay tax.
And that's like everywhere in the world, right?
Yeah.
So tax that you're paying. You want to know what you're, yeah.
Political stuff. We should be talking about diamonds, man.
Yeah, we should be talking about it. Speaking of that Roseanne Barr,
Mm-hmm.
the podcast there with Joe Rogan, she was saying she thinks that there should be an audit on the taxes that you pay. You should be able to audit your own taxes and say, I want to like audit the tax agency.
Oh.
I want to know all that tax that I just paid. I want to know actually. I want to see proof of actually where it went.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did that.
you did.
I called the government and asked me to do a full, what do you call it? Like, where does my money actually go?
You did this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was hard because I was connected to a lot of people in the switchboard, and they just put me around. But then I got a guy that sent me a link to a web page that I didn't understand, so I gave up. But
Did you do that just for fun to understand it, or you did it because you wanted to make a point, or both?
both.
Okay.
I just actually wanted to see if they can explain where all of my tax money goes, or if they're just a big apparatus or thing that they actually don't have any clue.
So when you got to that website that you didn't understand, do you feel like they don't have any clue, or do you feel like,
They probably have a clue. Of course, they know what they're doing.
yeah,
But for me, that's just
you just want to know?
a dude in the street. I mean, I just wanted to know if they can explain it or not. Because then you got to vote, and you don't know. Everything you know is, okay, if I pay more tax, I should be able to give more free, I don't know, medicines or better roads or what it is.
Yeah,
That's what they say anyway.
sure.
But what happens?
I'm sure you're not the only one who's that curious.
No. But then again, it's a kind of complicated thing to know. So yeah.
Yeah, sure. But it's like a never-ending conversation wherever you go. You know, people talk about the tax and the tax on the tax, and it's, whew. But
I was young, so
yeah,
I had to do it.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. But I mean the some of the benefits to it now, and I think about, I live in the U.S. and pay my taxes in the U.S. and all that, and you think about like we pay a lot less income tax than you do, but we also have to buy all our own insurances and all the other stuff you have to do. When you start to add it up and what you got to pay every year and all that, I wonder what the biggest difference is. We're probably still paying less than you guys are, I think, overall. But your health system and
It's good.
it's pretty good.
But then again, I have my own health insurance at work
On top of,
to get help in time. I mean, if I go to the hospital and they need for anything, then I should be able to get a time. Like if I'm hurting my knee and I'm out running all days, then I wanted to be able to keep on running.
right?
And if I go to the hospital, it's like, oh yeah, you can get a time in 3 months. 3 months.
I've heard this.
Yeah. Probably earlier in some times too, but then I got this insurance that I have at work. They actually apologize if you don't get in time the day after.
Wow.
At least offer you a time. Then it could be in Uppsala or in Stockholm, but I mean,
Yeah.
they can offer you a time. Because I hurt my knee and then I got a time the day after, and then you got this
MRI.
MRI, yeah. Within a week, I think. And then the surgery 2 weeks later.
Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty fast.
Yeah,
And for something that maybe not be super urgent.
exactly. It was just me
Yeah.
was not able to run,
Yeah. Do you consider this extra insurance? I know Matte and Marcus, these guys, they have extra insurances through their company too. Do you think does that feel expensive?
It's quite expensive.
Can you say?
No, it's not expensive, but
Can you say, well, if I compare it to what we pay, I know, but we have to pay all our taxes or all our insurances like that. But on average, per month,
I think
or per year?
it depends on your age and if you had some what do you call it? Skada.
Injuries.
Injuries before, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I think that it's with the cheapest thing is really cheap. It's like 3,500 maybe a month, or 4,000 I think.
Okay.
No, a year.
A year. Okay, I was gonna say. Okay, a year.
A year.
Uh-huh.
And I
Whoa,
think that
okay.
that with my age, and I have something that's old that had more benefits than the other ones, and mine maybe is 12 or 14 years, 14,000 Swedish crowns a year, I think.
12 to 14,000 Swedish crowns.
Yeah.
So that's like.
But that's on top of the thing that you pay tax for. So you actually need to go to the thing that you already pay tax for if you can.
Right.
The other thing is just to get
Quick.
yeah. And there are something more in it, of course, but
Sure.
yeah. But you don't use it that much, because if you have a cold, you don't use the
Private
insurance.
Yeah, but that's it's peace of mind though, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Something happens.
Because if you have your own company, then you want to be able to work every day of the year.
Sure. Does that cover for the kids too?
No.
No, so it just covers you.
Yeah.
But like kids, for instance, are they treated in the same manner
Yes.
as you are? So if one of your daughters, God forbid, something was to happen to a knee and ankle or something like that, but in general, they get something like they got a problem with the knee, it's going to need an operation. They got to go through the system and wait. It could be 2 weeks, right? Or it could be 2 months.
Yes.
To get an operation. So it would be like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can have an insurance for the kids too. Yeah.
Got it.
So we have it. I mean, we have kids insurance. We have the thing that we have insurance on work, because if I'm hurt at work, then we need to have a special insurance if you hurt on work, because then the original things doesn't work.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then there's a lot of insurance here too that you need to pay yourself if you want the extra things.
Gotcha. Interesting.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, and you don't, not growing up as a kid, you don't think about it, and suddenly, for us too, we're traveling between 2 different places, and we have a base here in Sweden during the year, so we have to, knock on wood, we only try not to use the health system if we don't really need it, but to go to, we have to pay extra to go to we have to pay private and then claim it back off our insurance. So if we go into the local doctor's offices or the hospital for something, like Wilbur's leg injury now too, so then we have to go in and then we have to pay outright and then claim it back through our insurance if they don't take it directly. But the kids, it's just like, the treatment for the kids is so amazingly good here that we've seen. And from the doctor's offices to this, Wilbur had to be in the Karolinska and the Astrid Lindgren's part there, and second to none. They just make you feel so welcome. You don't, everything is so easy. They can't do enough for you. They take care of you. It's just, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can't complain on the actually work they do. They're good.
Really
and
good.
Often there are not enough people on the hospital, but they always nice. You feel good.
You do.
Yeah,
that's right, and that's how you feel. They need more staff.
Yeah,
and I don't know if it's just because there aren't enough people available or what it is, but they're working their butts off. Those the surgeons, the doctors, the nurses, they don't.
Then again, I think in some way, because that the healthcare is so good, you use it more than you should.
Oh, that's what.
I mean, you go to the emergency or something, and it costs like 200 Swedish crowns every time.
Yeah.
It's so cheap, so your throat hurts or whatever, you just go there before you need it because you want the medicine or whatever. So I think that you overuse it.
But in Sweden, though, they don't just give you medicine.
No.
They're way, it feels like in the U.S. it's just like it's an easy way. The pharmaceutical world is just a money-making, they're quick to give you something that, or, whether it hides the symptoms or whatever it is. But here it's like you go in there, we've been with our kids too, and you pretty much, most of the time you walk out of there with nothing.
Yep.
Because they're like, no, you're going to be fine. You're all right. No, you don't need antibiotics. You don't need anything, just plenty of fluids as long as you're eating and
Wait for it.
Take a couple of Alvedon or whatever it is, and you'll be good. And then you think, oh, they're only trying to promote better health. Let the body battle it on its own.
Yeah.
So they do all the tests to make sure that there's no infections or whatever. It's really cool. But at least it makes you walk away from there feeling too like, yeah, actually I'm not sick. It's just a cold.
Yep. I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Sweden's good. That's all right.
It's good.
So, what's in store for your week now? The rest of your week?
Working and then
Smoking.
Weeds, man. No. No.
It's not legal here. You can't do that.
No, I can't.
No, you can't.
I don't
But you
know
can
how.
wear smoking.
Yes, I can wear smoking.
You should wear a green one.
Yeah. Oh, I should have a green one. Next
Dude,
one.
You are smoking.
Yeah. No, it's
Okay.
good. And then I have the kids, and they actually have. It's karate, and it's the scouts, and it's the drums, and so all weekdays I'm driving, man.
Dude, you're on it.
Between things.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. And you?
I have a relatively mellow, well, kind of, it's a mellow week, but I'm going to England on Thursday for a meeting with a sponsor, with NGK, and I'll be there for the day, and then it's coming back, and we're pretty much just rounding things up, trying to get everything clear for next year, equipment settled, working on new projects for our Grand Prix team and stuff that Raphael and I are doing, and then planning our trip home. It's about that time to head home again, so
That's true.
it's a lot of planning and getting the kids all scheduled back for school again in California, and away we go.
Soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But the weather's been so great here, so you're like the way it is now. This is a California winter day.
Yeah.
Like this is a cold winter day.
Yeah.
So you know.
Okay. But the last couple of days has been amazing.
I hear.
I don't remember when this summer. It's been great in that way.
I will, obviously you lived here your whole life, but out of all the years that I've been coming and racing here and through the summer months, this has definitely been the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
And so rad. But does that mean it's going to be a really good winter too?
I hope so.
Now, when you say you hope so, you mean minus temperatures and more snow?
Yeah, I think it's better if it's snow and minus degrees, and it's getting brighter if you have snow.
Gotcha.
Because it's so dark, and then it's if it's like 5 or 10 degrees minus, it's nice. Otherwise, it's get wet, and then it's cold, and you're wet again, and you have to scratch the window on the car all the time. And
Not nice.
no, so I hate that. The in between weather.
That could be any time now too, huh?
Yeah, but hopefully you miss it. If it stays like this.
Yeah. I'm glad you're thinking for me.
Yeah, but who
Do
wouldn't?
you feel for me if I don't make it in time?
No. Should I?
I don't know.
I know where you're going. It's good. You're going to a good place.
No, I know. We always bring it up, but no, we're lucky, fortunate to come from where we come from, and don't take too much advantage of it.
You should.
Yeah.
You should take more.
All right, I will.
Yeah, good.
Anyway,
Frozen bananas and sun. How could it be?
Yeah. Chiquita banana, frozen banana in the sun.
Yeah.
On that note, I have to take a pee.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we have to stop.
We have to stop. At least, either or you go by yourself. But I'm out of here. I gotta go.
Yeah.
All right. See you later.
See you.
Welcome
Bye.
to Reel 45 with Stefan and Greg Hancock. We vibe out and have real talk, so tune in and check this out. Yeah, today is a new day. Let's seize it now and get hype. We talking about our careers, our family, and just life. Yeah, share my story with you. Inspiration like every day. Reel 45, we gon' keep it live. I keep episodes on replay. Ayy, Reel 45. Yeah, Reel 45. Show them how we do it, man. Yeah.